Hello Doctor Who fans and welcome to another episode of Doctor Who Toy Mysteries. Now this time I thought I'd do a bit of a special for you of whatever happened to Product Enterprise. Now, if you Google on the internet Product Enterprise, you pretty much see zero to hardly any information whatsoever. And it's always a bit bizarre considering that they gave us some of the best Doctor Who items ever, such as the remote control Dalek and the talking Daleks. Now it's always been a bit of a wonder for a company that made so many really good quality items can just disappear just like that and with hardly any information, especially with pretty much 8 years of Doctor Who under their belt since 1999. As you can see right here at the top is one of the very first Doctor Who toy made by Product Enterprise, the Rollykin. This is a special weapons Dalek version of it, just to give you a bit of a comparison to the size of them. Now, as you can see, they did do a variety of items, mostly Daleks, but they did do other things such as Davros, Tom Baker, the Fourth Doctor, and Cybermen. Now, one of the main reasons that Product Enterprise don't exist anymore was because of when the new license came out, because of the new series, because obviously you had to renew it, it became a bit more expensive than the original one, because when Product Enterprise first got it was when Doctor Who wasn't actually on air in 1999. As you can see, the only thing that would happen in the 90s was the TV movie with Paul McGann. So any interest in Doctor Who was always a bit of a surprise to the BBC, hence why they easily got it. Now, because of the sheer popularity of the first item, the Rollykins, they started to make a lot more. And, well, towards the end, as you can see here, some of the last items were made, was this thing here. You may see this on my cover photo on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter and G+, that this is a Gleefix Dalek. This was pretty much one of the last items to be made by Product Enterprise before they declined the actual new license of Doctor Who from the BBC. Now, Product Enterprise still do exist technically under a company called 1612. So that's 16 written, followed by the number 12. And they basically do specialist collectibles, not necessarily the mass-produced stuff they do anymore, such as Red Dwarf and Space 1999, as well as Doctor Who. And obviously, over time, they made less and less things because obviously there's only so many things you can do whilst the series wasn't on for about a decade with only one episode. One of the main problems why Product Enterprise don't exist anymore was because of this fellow here, the remote control Dalek. Now, as awesome as they are, a lot did break down and were a bit faulty. And what didn't help was the resending of them, refunding them and sending them back to the factory, because obviously that's technically a loss. And considering if you think how many people actually do that, and these actually at the time cost £50, and if you go on eBay, they actually still pretty much do cost the retail price about £50-60. And obviously over and over again. When I first started getting a remote control Daleks, I think I sent about 2 free back as well. So, that's like £150, £100 lost right there. I was refunded on, and obviously that's £100, £150 less for Product Enterprise. So over and over again, this did actually quite hurt them a lot because of all the refunding of the remote control Daleks. So I mean, if you do get one, be wary that they do. Some can be quite faulty. There are still faulty ones out there. So I would always recommend that you make sure that they actually work first. But obviously then the new license, they couldn't afford it. The owner of Product Enterprise was more than happy not to actually buy it. I'm not entirely an expert on business, but I'm pretty sure that wasn't the best move in the world, considering how big Doctor Who was, especially in 2005, 6, 7 and 8, the 10 and Eccleston years. Even in 2010 with Matt Smith, with the amount of stuff that was on the market. So maybe it would have been a good idea if Product Enterprise did get that license. But that was one there was many reasons why Product Enterprise disappeared, but the main reasons are remote controlled Dalek refunds because a lot broke down. They declined to renew their license because it was getting a bit too much for them, considering it was still fairly a small company. The present company now 1612 at today's day employ about 6 people. So if you think about small scale, 6 people is quite small. But basically that was all the main reasons, and the reason I'm not sure exactly why there isn't much information of Product Enterprise on the internet. I don't know that, unfortunately, but basically what I've said to you now is all the main reasons of what actually happened to Product Enterprise. And also, at least now you know that this was one of the very last items, the Gleefix Dalek, as well as the Micro Talking Movie Daleks, and one of the very first items, the Dalek Roldykin, followed by the Talking Daleks. Now these two and the silver and blue one were the first 3. That was technically wave 1 in nowadays terms. And then they brought out others, such as Remote Controlled Dalek. The only 2 you could get was silver and blue, and the Remembrance of the Dalek, Black and Silver Supreme Dalek, seen here in the Micro Talking form. Well, I hope that's answered many of your questions. If you have any more questions or information, then please comment below. Don't be afraid to ask. As simple as a question may be, please. And keep following the Who page on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube and G+, for all your latest Who news and reviews. If you have any ideas of a future video, then again, please comment below. I don't mind any suggestions whatsoever, and I shall try and get information sorted for that. Might not be straight away response, but like I said, I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you very much, and goodbye.